Picture this. It's the 1920s in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Segregation is the law of the land, a harsh reality that dictates every aspect of life. For the city's black communities, this meant being systematically underserved, overlooked, and cut off from essential public services. Public transportation was a glaring example. Bus routes were designed to serve white neighborhoods, leaving thousands of black workers with a daily struggle just to get to their jobs in the booming tobacco factories, to the homes they cleaned, and to the businesses that kept the city running. They faced long, exhausting walks, unreliable options, and the daily indignity of a system that wasn't built for them. But in the face of this systemic neglect, the black community didn't wait for a savior. They decided to build their own solution from the ground up. This is where our story truly begins, in 1926. A group of 21 black jitney drivers, men who operated small, independent car services, saw the need and decided to meet it head-on. They were entrepreneurs, community leaders, and visionaries. They came together and pooled everything they had, their personal cars, their hard-earned money, and most importantly, their unwavering determination. They had a bold vision to create something lasting, something that would serve their people with dignity. They formed the Safe Bus Company. When they presented their plan to the city's mayor, their promise was simple, but powerful. They would provide safety, reliability, and respectful service for their community. The name itself was a declaration, Safe Bus. It was a promise to their future passengers that this bus line would be a sanctuary on wheels. So why did they do it? The reason was woven into the fabric of their daily lives. They saw their neighbors, their friends, and their families struggling. They knew that reliable transportation wasn't a luxury, it was a lifeline. It was the key to getting to work and earning a living, to getting children to school, to attending church on Sunday, and to simply participating in the fullness of life. The existing segregated system simply wasn't going to provide that. It was designed to exclude them. So with a deep understanding of their community's needs, they built their own system. And it didn't just work, it thrived. By the 1940s and 50s, Safe Bus was a powerhouse, carrying nearly 8,000 passengers every single day. Think about that, 8,000 people relying on their service. It grew to become the largest black-owned and operated transportation company in the entire United States. At its peak, the company commanded a fleet of over 80 buses, its routes crisscrossing the city, acting as the circulatory system for Winston-Salem's black community. Now here's a crucial, if difficult, part of the story. Segregation, as ugly and oppressive as it was, had an unintended side effect. It forced black communities to become incredibly self-sufficient. Because they were shut out of the mainstream economy and society, they had to build their own institutions. They had to rely on each other. The Safe Bus Company became more than just a business. It was a powerful symbol of this self-reliance, a shining beacon of black ownership and black excellence. On a safe bus, you didn't have to worry about being told to move to the back. You didn't have to endure the humiliation of being treated as a second-class citizen. Why? Because it was your bus. It was owned by people who looked like you, driven by people from your neighborhood, and created to serve you with respect. It was a moving testament to what the community could achieve on its own terms. But then, the winds of change began to blow. The hard-fought victories of the civil rights movement in the 1960s started to dismantle the legal framework of segregation. Integration, the goal so many had fought and died for, began to open doors that had been sealed shut for generations. City buses, once a symbol of racial hierarchy, became legally accessible to everyone. But this progress came with an unexpected and painful consequence for the Safe Bus Company. As the city's public transit system integrated, many in the black community, now free to ride any bus they chose, naturally began using the city's routes. The loyalty that had been the bedrock of Safe Bus's success started to erode. By 1972, after nearly half a century of proud, independent service, the company could no longer compete. Safe Bus was acquired and absorbed by the Winston-Salem Transit Authority. Just like that, a monumental example of black entrepreneurship and community empowerment was gone, swallowed by the very system it was created to bypass. This exact paradox is something that Malcolm X spoke about with incredible foresight.
It's just like when you got some coffee that's too black, which means it's too strong. What you do, you integrate it with cream. You make it weak. If you pour too much cream in, you won't even know you ever had coffee. It used to be hot, it becomes cool. It used to be strong, it becomes weak. It used to wake you up, now it'll put you to sleep.
He was warning that integration, while offering access, could also dilute the economic and social power that black communities had built for themselves out of necessity. It could lull them into a sense of complacency, dissolving the very businesses and institutions that had kept the community awake and strong. The story of the Safe Bus Company is a perfect and heartbreaking illustration of that very truth. The milk of integration, in this case, cooled off a hot, powerful engine of black economic independence. So what do we take away from this? The story of the Safe Bus Company is both deeply inspiring and profoundly sobering. It's a powerful lesson in American history. It shows us the incredible heights that can be reached when black people take control of their own destiny, when they build their own tables instead of asking for a seat at someone else's. But it also serves as a stark warning about what can be lost when that control, that ownership, slips away, even for the best of reasons. The legacy of Safe Bus isn't just a historical footnote from Winston-Salem. It's a timeless reminder that true and lasting progress often comes when we invest in our own communities, build our own institutions, and fight to keep them alive and thriving, whether it's 1926 or today. Thank you.
Now, this story is not just about transportation. They locked out of a seat in their bus. We built our own bus. This a testament that when we come together and do our own things, then we can excel. Now, let us not let history repeat itself. Let's support each other, because what makes us fail is blacks don't support other blacks businesses. Let's come together, support each other, and enlighten each other. And with that, we get the power and ability to overcome whatever is thrown at us. So stay smart, support that black business around you. Let's have some black unity, and that's where black success lies. It's in the unity of us, all of us. Okay, my name is Simon Anyango, and I make this kind of stories. And please, I'll be glad if you hit the subscribe button, share this video with someone you know, and in the comment section, let me know which story you want me to make next, or which kind of videos you would want to watch. See you around, and God bless you.